Hi everyone, welcome to Cindy's Corner. Hey, it is the end of my work week and I'm gonna kick back and have a snack and a beverage and relax. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me. It is so odd. It is end of September here in New York City and it is 80 degrees. I tell you, it is really hot. So I thought, I needed something cool and refreshing tonight, and I've got you covered. So tonight we're going to be making a chili lime cantaloupe salad and a special cocktail. So let's get started with the salad. So what I've done is I took a half of a cantaloupe, scooped out the seeds, sliced it into quarters, and then cut it into thin slices. Okay, and I've got the last quarter here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife and you're going to cut the fruit off of the rind. Okay, so what works best for me is to go halfway one way and then turn around and go halfway the other way. That seems to be the ticket. And be careful because you're going to be slicing towards your hand, so we don't want any cuts, okay? All right, and there we go. So now we separated the cantaloupe from the rind. So there's the rind. Okay, I'm going to put that in my compost bucket over here. And basically the easiest way to do this is to just lay it on its side and to just cut straight down. You're just going to be making thin slices, and just make sure as you check to see that you got all of the rind off, because you don't want to be chewing on the rind in your salad. So after we slice this all up, we're going to be making a wonderful spicy, it's a fruit salad dressing with a kick. So just a couple more slices here. And if you come across any pieces of your cantaloupe that look a little too ripe, then you can just kind of ditch that. Don't put that in your salad. Okay, so now I'm going to scoop all this into my bowl. All right, so there we go. There's our thinly sliced cantaloupe. Now we're going to make our dressing. Okay, so this consists of a couple of ingredients here. We've got honey, we've got some crushed red pepper flakes, a little bit of salt. Now when you're adding the crushed red pepper, you decide how spicy you want it. And then the last ingredient is some freshly squeezed lime juice. Okay, so I've already added my honey to this little dish here. And actually, every time I make any kind of a fruit salad, my normal go-to dressing is honey thinned with fresh lime juice. It's easy and delicious. So, but today we're going to make it a little spicy. We're going to have a little kick. Okay, now all the measurements and ingredient lists will be in the description box, so you can go right over there and get it all together. Okay, so honey has a viscosity to it. It's kind of thick, and so what you want to do is you want to make sure you are stirring it. What the lime juice does is it almost like it melts the honey. So we're looking to thin it out so there's no thick globs of honey, just all thinned, and then we're going to add our spices. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so now we've got our crushed red pepper flakes and a little bit of salt. Okay, whoops, my salt didn't want to go in there. Let's get you in there, into the pool, as they say. All right, so here we go. Let's see if you can see that. So, oh yeah, that's nice. That has a nice kick. It's sweet, spicy, and tangy. Okay, now we're just going to pour this dressing all over our cantaloupe, and then we're going to toss it. Okay, now let's see if I can do it with this little spoon. If not, we'll get a bigger spoon. Okay, that is doing okay. These are like little tasting spoons that you can get on Amazon. They come in pretty handy. Okay, I think I'm gonna need like just a little bit more of the pepper flakes. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of that. Okay, so I want to see those pepper flakes on here. Okay, so that's good. Okay, and then we're going to dish it out onto our plate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tongs and I'm just going to get like a good sized serving right onto my plate. I'll probably put a little bit more of the pepper flakes on top. Oh, now I'm getting a little. Okay, and I think what would be nice, and I have some in the fridge, a little bit of parsley on top. So let me just grab a little parsley out of the fridge. This is how I keep my parsley, in a big glass with some water at the bottom. Okay, let's just get a little thing here. We're just gonna kind of stick that right in the middle as a garnish. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so here we go. So this is our chili lime cantaloupe salad. Yum. Oh, and another idea, I just had another idea. If you want to put this on a platter for a group of people, you can run over to the Dollar Tree. They have these little picks. They have these like little hors d'oeuvre picks. So you could stick a couple of these in here and put, maybe like a shot glass with some, so that people get the idea here of how they can take those melon pieces and pop them in their mouth. I think that'd be really fun. Okay, so let's get started. This is gonna be quick. We're gonna get started on our cocktail. So tonight, we're gonna be making something I've never made before, and I think it's such a cute name. It's called a Malibu Driver. So you've all heard of a screwdriver. So we're going to be making something like that with some Malibu rum. So Malibu rum is Caribbean rum with coconut liqueur. So this is a really fun, especially for hot weather, but any time of the year. So we've got that. So I've got my glass here. I'm going to pull my glass out of the freezer because I've put my ice in here already. This is a really quick drink. So, many people have orange juice in their fridge every single week. So this combination is a really easy, quick way to have a beverage, adult beverage, if somebody pops in, So easy to do. So I've got 1 ounce of the Malibu rum here. You can do more if you like. And then basically, you're just going to fill your glass with the OJ. And I've got a half of orange wheel here to garnish it. So I'm going to stick that in there, and somewhere I have a straw over here. We're just going to give it a quick stir. So this one, you don't need a cocktail shaker. You just give it a little stir, and there you go. So I've got a whole orange thing going on today. So here's our menu for tonight. We've got our Malibu Driver. I had to look at that. Okay, and then we've got our chili lime cantaloupe salad. Yummy. I can't wait to dig into this. You have a great weekend. Cheers. You take care, and I will see you soon.